Hello everybody, welcome back to another live stream. So, we are live. I will get rid of my start screen so that you can see the Lego Fortnite screen that I have currently. There we go. So we are in the Dry Valley. Just wanted to just quickly check the stats on my shorts before we get going. Okay, right, that is good. So, hello everyone. Hopefully you are all doing well. So, just getting my chat up on my second device. And grab my drink. Okay, there we go. So, we are going to be doing... I can talk. So today we are going to be building up our village. So, where's our village centre? Okay, the village centre's here. So, in the last stream, which obviously was about a week ago, we went Dry Valley caving. And we went and actually also placed down this village square. So, the idea is... Okay, so, we did this, and I actually said I wanted to cover up the village square, because I thought that would be quite nice, as to have a building in the centre, rather than it just being the village square. So what we're going to do is I'm going to see if I can remember where the bus station is, just over here. So, we're going to head over to our main base, get some of our stuff, and actually, just before we start, we've not unlocked any buildings. Okay, I'm going to make some planks as well, while we're over there. Yeah, we're gonna go make some planks and level up the village, so that hopefully we can get some buildings that are from this area. Let me just select the bus station, and then we'll go up here and we'll be okay. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I have got a new streaming setup today. So I can see the whole screen rather than having all my devices in front of the screen. I can see everything now. I think my headphones are a bit too loud. Okay, well, let's jump out of the bus and go over down here It's annoyingly dark and foggy, so I'm struggling to see our base. But there's a light there, so I guess this is my base. Nope, it's not. Hang on. Our base is on the riverbank. There we go. I found the base. There we go. So, what we need is to go into our storage area. And we'll just grab 80 wood. Why the hell have I got obsidian on me? Does anyone remember where I store obsidian? I know this is like my own storage, but I don't know where anything actually is. Oh, it's in here. Okay. Right, obsidian. So I needed 15 planks. So we need to go to our house. And we're going to have a look at the builds we can actually do in the dry valley. We're going to look at the ones that unlock with that. And hopefully build with some of those. And that will give us some idea as to how we're going to build up this base. Which is going to be a weird base. And I might not be able to do too many preset houses because of how we've done the base. But we will see. I'm just going to take this tree out. There we go. So we are going to probably need to get some granite while we're here as well. Let me open that door. So we'll go get some granite and then we should then be set for building up our new base. So that's the plan. We're just going to take 80 granite. We're not going to do too much of taking resources from this base, I don't think. We're going to try and be self-sufficient down there. So over time I want to be more self-sufficient at all the bases because much as this is my main base with all the storage, I also want to be able to actually do everything at every base. Pretty much. That is the plan. So, let me head over to the bus station. Go back to bus station I. I know we have a lot of bus stations. So, bus station I is the dry valley. I don't know where my base is in the Frosted Heights. It's not the Frosted Heights, that's Disney. In the Frozen area. I don't know where my base is there in terms of a bus station, so I confirm. Right. We'll stand up here so we're safe. So yeah, we're gonna get building the Dry Valley base today. Get started with it, get leveling it up so that we are able to do what we want. So, let me jump out of the bus and go and find the village square, which is difficult because it's night time still. Now, what is this? Ooh. I found a spire which has flexwood, obsidian and copper, just to fill my chests up before we start. So there's the cave. I'm guessing that we live down here. I may have kind of lost my base. Where do we live? Right, the bus station's over there. It was quite close to the bus station, so I think we went too far. I'm going to say we went too far. Because, right, the bus station's there. So I think it's on these rocks here. Which means we're going to need to find a geyser. Ah. Okay, let's go on to here. We can use a geyser to get further up. And I was hoping we would be able to see our village square. But I can't. I think I'm too close to the bus station now. Right. Hang on, we could just... No, that's the flag. Can I take the flag out? There we go. I'm removing the flag. Because that might help me out. Hang on. 52 meters. It does show up on your map. Ah, it's right here. I was so close to it the whole time. Right. So I think we should now have enough to upgrade the village. Oh, we just need to add some buildings. Okay. So we will add some building decorations because we could just add some wooden walls. Let me figure out. So we obviously used the rustic door, I think. Probably. Oh, we just used a door frame. Yeah. We use that. So let's use the rustic stuff again. And we'll get down here. So if we place it there, is that correct? Yeah, but oddly not. Because that's not quite in the right place. It's not quite on the right level. Right, is that better? That's better. So the next one's only 4. Okay, So if we place that there. There we go. Okay. And then I might just do... Okay, right. If we do that, could we do... How many's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then a 4. Which should be able to go here. There we go, right. So let's go to our village square, which is just placed in here. We can upgrade the village, which has given us 10 build recipes. We've got the good night bed, the medieval banner, royal standard, and 7 more. Right. So we've unlocked a large balloon. We've unlocked some more stuff in here. We will at some point make a vehicle, but not today. And we've not unlocked a... Oh, hang on. Majestic Manors. That's what we're building here. Okay. That's cool. So the Majestic Manor stuff, I might build one of those today. If we can find space to build it, because... it is going to be quite big. I mean, we could build it down there. We could build it down there and we can live in that, because I don't think we're going to find much room up here. I think up, actually, on the main bit of where we're building, is going to have to be a lot of our own design builds, because, I mean, actually, we could put it there, almost. It can almost go there. There we go, it could go there, I think. See, that works. Okay, that's useful to know, but we need to do this first. And actually, I mean, it might fit on, like, there. On that platform. So, like, over there. Because my idea is we're going to have lots of, like, stairs going around. But yeah, it fits quite almost nicely on there. Yeah, that fits really nicely. Okay. Right, we'll keep that in mind because for now, we have this to build. So let me go on to floors. We're going to go medium floors. I've just thought, like, hang on. Can you, we might need to do wall, might need to do a half wall first. Half walls, right. That's a 16. We only need, oh. Okay, we're going to have to do this in 4s, okay. Which is going to be really resource intensive. And I don't get why would it not let me place... I always have issues like this when I'm building in Lego Fortnite. Is building pieces just not building next to each other. So why is there an object in the way there? That seems really odd. Right, let me just check something. So there is nothing affecting placement along here other than my character. There's no objects in the way until we place one of the walls down, which is a real problem. Let's see, if we were to do all 2s. So it looks like, no, you can't do all 2s either. So why is it there? Why can we not place it in there? That's just really weird. Because we had that same issue where we built the storage building in our main island. We had the same issue originally. Though now that we have it, do we build a castle wall to make it in keeping and get rid of the stone? I say we do. Even though it takes us below the level 2 mark, we will put it all back so that it works. And we have a staircase there that we can get rid of as well. Because we're not going to have a staircase there. We are going to make the staircases work within the design, is the idea. Can we destroy any of these? We can. I might just destroy that one. Okay, good. Can't destroy that, right. So if we do that, and then what castle doors do we have? See, I like the idea of that. I also think though. Can we place... Can we extend this slightly? Just to hopefully avoid issues with the village square being a problem. I mean, it makes it a bit bigger, makes it a better size to be a usable space as well, I'd say. If we do it there, that works. And then I want to do, is that a castle? That's just a white wall. Ah, because that's the castle wall corner piece. Okay. So if we do that on either side, me go up and over so that I can see what's going on. There we go. So if we do that, and then right, let's go over here then. So if we do that, so why is there another object in the way there? Let's temporarily remove that. We've momentarily just removed the village square. Just while we do some building, and then hopefully we can place it back down afterwards. By the way, I know it used to. Did it give me the planks back? No. It gives you some of the planks back. That's annoying. Never mind. So what I think I want to do is... Have we got a castle half wall? Half wall, castle half wall. Okay. Though the issue with that is the slits for the ceiling aren't on them. But it's fine, actually. It should be fine. So if we do that, okay, and then is there a corner piece? Oh, I've fallen. Okay, so if we put the corner pieces in, and then we can go back up to the main kind of castle wall stuff. Actually, do we... I think... Is that the size of it? Yeah. I say in order to make this an interesting build... we do that. There we go. We just need to do the central piece there. I've placed a wall in the wrong place. We'll sort that in a second. Oops. Hang on. Oh. So that's 2 by 2 by 12. The interior walls, are they smaller? No. Because they're 2 by 16 by 12. So why are they standing proud? Oops. I didn't quite go that far. Because it is... Because I stood proud at the bottom. Oops. I don't know. That seems a bit weird. But I mean, either way, we're gonna put these in anyway, so it should be fine, I think. Right. I'm guessing we don't have a 2 by 2 castle floor. No. That's problematic. Why is there no 2 by 2 in this flooring? Because the issue is I need it 10 long. Because I could do like 4, I could do a 6 by 4 by 1 or an 8 by 8, but I can't do a 2 by 2. Okay. Oops. Me get rid of the floors. And I need to destroy this wall anyway. So if I go into the walls, right. Now that we've got the pillars in place, if I was to place that like that. Oh no, I've fallen. Oh. I think we need to put a floor in. At least temporarily, we need a floor. Okay, let's put that there. Put that there, right. Just so I've got something to stand on while I do this wall. Which needs to go there, but can I do that? Yeah. So, even though technically this is the right size, that stands taller. That stands shorter than the walls, even though technically they're meant to be the same size. That's definitely taller, I think. I did not want that there. Right. So let's... Why is there an object in the way? There's not an object in the way. Right. Oh, I've fallen all the way down now. It's not very good. Right. Oh, come on. Mantle. There we go. So if I go onto there, right. So we can place that there, and that goes proud like all the others. So it's going to have to stand a little bit weirdly. But that's fine. Because I'm just probably going to put a floor on this anyway. Oh, but then I think we're going to have an issue anyway. Because of the floors that we have. we can't just go round the outside. Oh yeah, we can. Oh, we can. Oh, I've fallen again. Okay, so we can do that. And then what? Do we have any large castle floors? We do. One that fits the middle perfectly. Okay, so if we do the same up here then. And do a castle wide floor. Hang on, no. We can't do that. So on this bit we only have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I don't think we have a 10 wide of this. No, the best we've got is 8. None of them go in 10. So we're going to have to go with a generic plank floor around the edge. Just because that's the only way we can get the floor actually to work. So let's go round here. Right, don't fall. We don't want to fall again. Nope, nope. I've fallen. Right. I messed up. Okay, there we go. So we've done that. So if we then go over here to a generic plank floor, that's too big. So is this one going to work? That one will work. So the 12 by 12 works, but we need to do a bit of work around the outside. Just because it doesn't fit perfectly. There we go. Perfect. So if we do that, and then we can go into fences. Do we have any castle railings? We do. So we have castle railing 4. Do we have castle railing 1, 2, and 3? No? Do they not exist? Okay. We've got railing 4. 1, 2, and 3 don't exist, apparently. I don't know why. So let's do that. I'm not too bothered if this isn't placed right. It's purely, to be honest, this is an exterior design, so that should be okay. So if we go into here now, village square is 12 wood. And we can place a village square in there. Ah, and it is already done to level 2. Okay. So even though it doesn't give us the resources back, it did just pull us straight to level 2 where we placed it back down. Which is good. So we've got the goldfish visiting. As we said in the last video, we don't want the goldfish. What do we have? So we do have a Majestic Manor's Grand Manor. So there's a lot of, obviously, we get all the mana builds here, which is nice. What we need to do is, obviously we've got stairs here. We're going to need stairs, but I have an idea for it. So we're going to have, obviously, loads of villagers that are all going to need beds. So, maybe, this is a crazy idea because this can be really resource intensive. Can we build on the side of these, and the stairs can act as the access point to the buildings? I don't know how that works because I've not tested this idea yet. It might be a very, very silly decision. And it probably is. But I think it would be fun to do. But what we need to do, I think... So we've got our village square, which is this currently. I think it needs a roof. But what do we think? I think that looks quite cool for a village square. It looks quite good. What we need to do, though, is we need some more wood and granite. Because if we want to build ourselves a house in the with the manor stables, we need more granite. And while these do give us some, they don't give you all that much. Can I destroy this one? I can. Okay. So where did I say I was going to build? It was, I think, up here. I think. No. Oh, no. You know, this is why you don't be silly on where you're building. It's why you build in sensible places. Right. Because, yeah, we can't build up here. Yeah, it was on that bit of land there. So, I think we need to go up there, right. So, we need to build a staircase up to here to put our manor building in here. That's the plan. That's the plan for our house. But I think we need to go into the cave to get a bit of granite. So where's the nearby cave? Because there is one nearby. Same one I think that we went in no, not yesterday, last week. It was a while ago. I mean, I've streamed 3 times since that. Can we see the cave? Because I am not seeing the cave. Right, if we head up here, because this is a high point of the base. And then can I get up there? I can't. Can I grasp on up here? Yeah, right. Right, so the bus station's in this direction. We might just have to go down and get a geyser so we can float around to find it. Because I know I saw it earlier in the stream. I did see it. But we have spun around quite a bit, so I don't actually know where we are in terms of the cave. I mean, we don't need to be in a lava cave. We just need a cave. Right. Where was the cave? It's got to be down this way somewhere, because I'm not seeing it the other way, so it's got to be over here, I think. Though, I mean, as we've already established, I have no actual idea where the cave is. Ah, it's there. That, to me, looks like a cave. So let's go in there and see. Because if it's a lava cave, it's fine. If it's the normal cave, that's probably better. Provided it has granite, we're fine. So that's what we're going to do. And then we can hopefully get the mana build, a mana build done. And yeah, this is the lava cave. Let me get rid of him. And I didn't bring a torch with me. Once again, I've forgotten to bring a torch. So we will stay close to the entrance, collecting granite over here. Because I didn't even bring the stuff to make a torch. Though, I have got some bright core. So we can make a standing lamp at different points in the cave if we need to. Right, let's go over here and place a lamp. There we go. We can see for a moment. Which also gives me every chance to hit these. Right. There we go. Right. There we go. I mean, saying I've already been in this cave, there's a lot of enemies that have respawned. Let me go down here. There we go. Okay, so we can't mine that one. We can mine this one, though. There we go. How much granite have we got now? 80 plus 35. Right. I don't know how much we need overall, but I think we're going to need more than that. So I'm going to see if there's any, like, castle stairs that we've unlocked. I'm not sure there will be yet. Oops. Like, I just walked into lava. That was clever. Let me go down here. Can I? There we go. That worked. Ah, right, okay. Right. Okay, 80 plus 60. That's gotta be enough. So now all we need to do is find the exits. No, that was not clever. That worked though. Okay, we are level 2. A far cry from when we were level 90 the other day. Like, literally last week we were level 90. But it's all reset now, so we're level 3. Okay, that's fine. Let me find the exit. Is it up there? Does anyone remember where the exit is? Hello to everyone who is watching at the moment. It is amazing to have you here. We're just looking for the exit from this cave, and then we will get to building up our Dry Valley village. If you are enjoying what you see, please make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. Greatly helps us out. Let me see if I can find the way out, because I've equally got no torches or anything, so it's not very easy. Hang on. Is it over here? No. Though I want to say it's off this bit somewhere. Though I might be wrong. That was impressive. Right. Where is the exit to this cave? Right. Okay. Let me have a look then, because I've managed to, as usual, get lost a little bit. I always get lost when I'm in these caves. I can never find my way back out. Especially this one, to be honest. I mean, we were only in this cave last week, and I do not know how to get out. And we spent most of the stream last week in here. Let me glide down here, because that's where we put the lamp, which means I think if we put the lamp there, the exit's there. There we go. So, we are on our way out of the cave, which is very, very helpful. So we can get building up our base. And then I've got 3 other streams scheduled this week. So we're streaming Dreamlight Valley tomorrow at 2 PM. Streaming Pocopia Wednesday at 8 PM, and then Friday at 8 PM we are streaming Minecraft. So if you are interested in any of those other games, please make sure you do check them out. We will be live probably about 2 hours on each game. I just need to figure out how I get back up. This is the issue with where I've decided to build a base. Getting up to it isn't actually very easy. I mostly rely on geysers, but I think I've gone the wrong side of my base for the geysers. Hang on, there's a geyser there. There we go. We can deploy the glider. And we can get up here. Right, so this is where we're building. Right on top of the cliff tops, of the kind of, I'm going to say the cliff tops. It's not quite a cliff, but, so what we're going to do is we're going to build a manor house, or I think it's a manor stables, but we're going to build that here. So let's start the build. This is going to be one of very few preset houses we do build in this area. We're not going to have all that much space or ability to make more prefab houses in this area just because of the design of where we are living. Okay, so obviously if you do want to see me building up this base and going through the challenges of what we have created for ourselves, you can obviously catch these streams. All of them are uploaded after I've finished, so you will be able to find all of them after we have finished. So you can see us building up as much as we can of this area. We do like being creative, so there will definitely be some free building happening, which I'm sure will be even more difficult than finding space to build the prefab houses because of where we are living. But let's place these many floors in for this manor stable house. We'll just go and do that, and then just that piece in there. And we can place all of these in as well. There we go. And we can do that one there. And we've got some medieval railings. Okay. Which are all going over here. So let me place that in there. That goes there. That's going to go there. The corner piece is going to go in there and there. And then just a small piece for there as well. That's got to go on there. And the longer one is going to go there. And there's going to be some here. And a small railing there. So we're on stage 10 of 14. So it's quite a big amount of stages with this building set. Let's just place the last roof with that design in there. There we go. Stage 12 of 14 now. There we go. And stage 13. And we just need to do the ridge. So let's go up here and stick the ridges in. There we go. And this is going to be where we are going to live for a little bit. So for a while we will live in this building when we are in the Dry Valley. Not too far from our central building there. Which we're going to stick a roof on, I think. Make it look nice. Make it look like a proper building. And that is just going to be like a monument building, I think. Because that's obviously got the village square actually hidden away inside. So tucked away in here is the village square. And we are on the village comfort for level to go up one level, which we will do at some point. Needs 15 planks to do so. So, oops, I've fallen. It's a common occurrence with this base. I'm always falling down. So, the next thing we're going to do is, because we keep having this instance of us falling down, let's see if we can do... See, I kind of like the idea of doing courtyard stairs. Because these look cool. But making them work, I think, is difficult. Because obviously if you put that like in the corner there. If you were to do that, it kind of works. But then we need to have stairs going along. So you need stairs on either side. And then a flooring. Which would have to be... probably... Have we got just a stone flooring? I don't think we do. I think the best we have is the generic tile floor. But I think that's too bright. Oh, hang on, no, it's the courtyard floor. That's what we need. Is there a bigger courtyard floor than that? Yeah, but like, it's a different design. Okay, we need to go with this design then. The courtyard design. There we go. So that's what we're going to need, I think. I mean, it's not the greatest flooring in the world, but it's also a very expensive flooring. But let's place all of these in. Make this staircase actually work. And we can head up to here. Where we actually need a sensible staircase, I think. I mean, actually, I say that. If we can place that like that, we might be able to do another one of these. Crazy as it is to do. Right, so if we put that like that. No, right, okay. Let's figure this out then. Because I think we can maybe put it there. Because that kind of keeps it like that. But I think I'd say up here just going with normal stairs would work, I think. Then the other issue is we've kind of built it on an angle, which doesn't help. You know, because we've built with these stairs already, we might have to do it again. Even though I kind of don't want to use these stairs again, because I think they're kind of... So they're a bit bulky for what we're doing, but... I mean, it gets us up. It gets us up here. We just need to clean it up a bit. And I've run out of granite, okay. We need to go get some more granite to finish the stairs. So let's head down here then. Because I can break this. Which gets us some granite. And then we can break this to get some more granite. There we go. So we're just going to quickly collect some granite from around the area. Just so we have enough to finish our staircase up to our house from the village square, so that we don't have so much of a difficulty getting up. Let's have a look in here. So some rough ruby and copper. I'm not going to take the pepper seeds. Do not need those at all. So that's fine. Let me head down here then. So if we go down here, we'll do that one as 2 stairs. Yeah, let's do that, just so we don't have a ridiculously big... does that work? I mean, it works. Though I think... I mean, I think it actually looks better like that, though. Oops. I just placed that in the wrong place. Right. There we go. Right. So if we can place these in like so. And then we get up here and we probably need a bigger floor up here. So I'll put a castle floor up here if I can. If we get rid of that. There we go. Quick and easy. So I want it to line up with the stairs. Is that right? Yep. There we go. And can I might just do that, just so that it works as a little staircase up. There we go. That's nice. I just need to do this level with the floors. And then I think we need to then figure out, because of how we've done the building, and because we've obviously cut the stairs off when going around the corner, we need to figure out how to then make it safe. Because I'm guessing that the railings we have are not designed for us to start doing silly things like this. Let's just place that there. And we could do that on all the levels. I was going to say we're going to run out of the resource again. So let's place that in there. Is that right? Yeah, that's in the right place. And then can I get a smaller one? Right, that works. It kind of sticks out a little bit, but it's not too bad. There we go. And then we need to get a really thin floor. And then I've run out of granite can. Right, okay. Oh, who is this? Bright Bomber. Nice to meet you. Okay. I'm going to temporarily put... Have I got the resource for a bed? I do. Okay. I'm going to temporarily place a bed in the upstairs of my house. Just so we can invite a character in. I mean, I'm not sure they could really get up here, but live in my village. Make yourself at home. There we go. So, we've got them living in the village now. Bright Bomber is living in the village upstairs of my stable house. What we will also do is we'll get a bigger house for us. Because this is still the Majestic Manor set, we could get ourselves a bigger house. That's going to be fun, I think. I'm just going to head to the bus station. Just because, like, there's a lot of these around. And, oh, can we get these? Yeah, we can mine these. So let's mine the granite that's, like, round here. And actually, we can go down here. Though none of those, we can't break any of those probably, but we might be able to break some of these. No, we can't break that. Can we break this one? We can break that one. So we'll go around here where we're not going to see as much. We're not going to see it as much, so we will mine away at all this. And hopefully we can get enough granite to finish this build. Finish the staircase that's going up to the base. So it is just a bit safer. A bit easier to get up from the village square to the house. Though it looks like we're going to have to take this down. So let's take this on. Ouch. Whatever it is, I don't know at the minute. But we're not doing badly. We're taking this down quite easily. And there we go. We've taken it down. It was a sand brutes. Okay. So, that is that dealt with. Right, where are we meant to be? We're meant to be up here. Of course, the sand brute would spawn right next to my house. Because that's useful. Right. Let's get on here. Deploy the glider. And we can glide over to our base. So. Obviously, we've got this very weird staircase. And if we place that there we go. That works. That works. And I think actually these are going to need to go. These are going to need to link up to the end of the staircase. That one overhangs a little bit, but it's okay, I think. I mean, it's because the castle railing, I think, is actually too big. And let's do that. There we go. That looks better, I think. And then, with the stairs, we have the pleasant railing. Can we put that in there? We can. Can we put one there? Hang on. Let me remove the railing for a minute. Just so we can put a pleasant railing in place. I used to go like there. That will do for that. Because then at least I can figure out then the pleasant railing. Which could just sit in front of that. Keeping that looking safe. It's not actually very safe. Though not much about this base is safe. That is floating a bit, but it's okay. It'll be fine. Let me just... do that just so it's safe. Because we're all about safety. We don't want this to be dangerous, so there we go. We have that leading up here. We can grab the castle railing, I think. Let me see. Let's do that. There we go, we could do that, and then I will probably just, for the sake, again, for design, we can place that going a bit further so it actually looks good. And we can access the manor stables or from the central area where we have the village square. We can do it a bit easier. So there we go, we can get up and down very easy now, which is perfect. I'm just going to move that. There we go. So, what we need in here is we actually need some of the work stuff in here. And I'd say some lighting would not go amiss. Can we get... What? Oh, we could get a ceiling light. We'll do that. Because the ceiling lights, I think, actually work quite well. There we go. We have lighting. We can see at night, which is perfect. So I say we have upstairs for some, like, beds can go upstairs. Down here can be a works area. Because we're going to need a lumber mill. Because as I say, this base needs to be self-sufficient from the main base. So we need planks. Was it 10 that I needed? Yeah, 10 planks. Then we only actually need 5. But we'll make extra anyway, because then we can level up our base a bit further. Right. So, stonebreaker, which we're also going to need. I'm going to put that there. Because am I right? These are the back doors, yeah? Yeah. I know it might seem weird I'm taking 2 walls out, but there is method in my madness. Assuming I'm right, we could just do that. There we go. There's method in why I start just taking walls down. Because we don't need so many doors. We don't need so many doors, so we're going to get rid of some of them. There we go. Perfect. So, what other stuff do we need in here? What's that? A rebel workbench. Okay, right, I think we've got, like, the main things we need. Yeah, this is, like, most of what we need. I've just got 5 planks. I think we need, like, 10 more planks. There we go. We'll do that. And then will we have enough to upgrade the village? Let's have a look. We also need a staircase up to there, actually. Though the issue is... right. Let me take some of these cacti out that's just in the way. Because actually, where's the door for this? The door's on that side. Okay. So, if we use the castle stairs landing, which I think is probably best, that or rustic stairs. We need something realistically with a landing, I think, would look best. What do we think? What do we think? Do we think something like that which has a landing would work best? Because then that would go like that. Though I can maybe, if I get the right tool to break this, I think you can, yeah, we could do that. So do it like, do we do that, or do we could just go with it like this? Which one do we do? Obviously, we can make it actually work better with the thing. But do we go with a stair that's not got a landing, and so just go straight up? Or do we do this where it's got a landing at the top to make a platform here? Which one do we reckon? I'm just going to destroy the excess stuff because we don't need that there. But what do we reckon? Do we use a landing or not? I say we probably do. Because I think it looks... I think it'd look better, but I'm not sure. Let me go back down here. So, what we will do, though, is we will level up the village again. So, we've got a Royal Tower Rack. Amongst other things, we've got the Waxing Poetic. And we do have the comfort requirements for level 4 as well, which is crazy. Do we have more builds that we can do? So this, now we have the mana gates. Okay. I'm not sure we'll do a mana gates because I don't think we need a mana wall to go around that village because of where our village is. Right, let's have a look at the stairs then. Because we've got castle stairs landing, but would that work with the courtyard stairs? Or we have the pleasant stairs, but equally again they don't have a normal variant. So let's see, can we make it work with stairs that make more sense with the design? Because like, if we put like a floor here, or maybe a foundation. A foundation might make more sense. Not there though. If we're doing a foundation just for things to sit on, it needs to make sure it lines up. There. It didn't have to line up with the height, it just needs to line up with the building. There we go. Because then, at least, if we use these stairs, we can do that. My character's in the way, okay. And we could do that. There we go. Though I'd maybe take it a longer bit, but... Or maybe take it down the side. If we take it, like, down this way... Does that work? Right. Let me see. I'd prefer it a little bit more across, is the issue. But I think it... Oh, hang on. Right. I'll build a third one in a second if that works. That almost works. It just has a little gap there, but we can hide that. I'd say... Why is there an object in the way? It's always the problem we always have. It's like objects in the way. Okay. Let's try that again then. So, if we're up here trying to place it, which might do better. There we go. Because that time I could see where it was going. I think that works. That works quite nicely. And we can then maybe use the medieval railing if we could get it to snap into place. Come on. I mean, I could get it to snap there. See, the issue with this is I need a smaller one. Because we've got medieval railing 2. If we were to go with number 1, would that still have an object in the way? Yeah. But we could do that. Let's see then, because... because that's interfering with the step too much, right. Ooh, we're lagging a bit, that's not good. Right, if we place it there, is that in the right place? No. Okay, we might not be able to have railings on it because I don't think it's going to work. Because whatever we do, it's not... It's like not able to do it in the same way. So is that right? They're a little bit out. That's a little bit out from the other one. Right, let me see. Am I able to place this in any way? Because it's basically... The way we did it was there, I think. Yeah. So that matches up there. And that kind of works, because then when it's at its most dangerous point, there's safety, which is a good idea. And then we can do this. If we got a... We do have a corner piece. Okay, so we could do that and then do that. There we go. So that makes that safer. What do we think to that? Do we like that? Do we think that works? So we've got that nice and safe. If we got like a... I mean, that is huge. I do not need that. Can we just stick like a white... Oh, hang on. There we go. We've got a pillar going down just to keep it structurally looking sensible. And you can access the village square in there, which is the idea. And you can get yourself up here. Who are you? Beef Boss. No, we're not going to invite Beef Boss because we've already got Bright Bomber who doesn't have a house. Because Bright Bomber's where I was going to live. So what unlocks is the next build? Rewards. So we've got the dock house, the simple dock. Manor Gates build, Majestic Manor's bathroom. Majestic Manor's kitchen furniture, and a double dock house. So the next kind of thing is the humble manor, or the noble manor. See, I kind of like the idea of living in a noble manor. I think that'll be fun. But let's see then. So how big is that? I mean, that is quite big. That is huge. However, even though that is massive, can we stick that by chance? Because if we wanted to follow our idea of building on the side of a cliff, could we build it down here somewhere? No, okay. Could we build any, like, small... So if we were to do a double dock house, could we place that down here somewhere? Right, let me get back up there. Somehow. Because we need to build... Going on our idea, we need to build a house before we can build stairs. So if we were looking at a double dock house or dock house, or we have the deluxe dock house. We have these. But I think, like, I mean, if we could do a simple dock, that would help. So let's build this, see how it works, see how it looks. Because if this works well... Hold on. Oh, that needs planks. Okay. I need to make some more planks. Give me a second. Because if that works well, we might be able to build from that to make something work. We need to go with wood. We need, I think... Let's go with 10. because I don't know how many it's going to require. You'd think I'd look at these first, but nah. So if we make these, we'll make 5 for now, just to make it so we can move on with the building. Start build. So there we go. We can build that now. Ah, simple dock build complete. Okay. So if we can do that, which is kind of floating a bit. So if we go to support poles, oh, why am I a little bit all over the place? Right. My camera is a bit weird. I do apologise if that is irritating. How it's really jumpy. But there we go. Right, so that works. It doesn't look too, like, floaty, which is the main thing. We don't want it to look floating. So if we continue this then, so we're going to need... Should we go rustic stairs for, like, going downward? I kind of wanted it to do that. I mean, I know this is going to be like a really precarious staircase. I also wish I could see... Right, so if we... right, okay. Right, this is quite... You know, this is why you don't start building on top of the spires in the Dry Valley, because it's not very easy to do. I am pretty sure it's not recommended to build here. Probably for obvious reasons, to be honest. Right, let me see. Can we... Right, we can place that there. Which means we can get down. So if we can do that to get down, and then grab the... Oops. Grab the rustic stairs. Come on. Yeah. Which need to kind of come out slightly. And then I'm guessing that we can't go there. Oh, we can mine that rock though. Okay, so we are able to get up and down now. Oops. I say we're able to get up and down. We might need some form of street lighting to help people get up and down. This is the weirdest base coming off from the dock. So this is maybe like the weirdest part of it, but it works. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. I mean, we can do... No, you know what? We'll do a small floor like there. If we do like that, and then we can get a light. It can't be a ceiling light. It's gonna require marble. Okay. Or a wooden rod. We can make a wooden rod. That's a good idea. Because I think having a light on it would help, because then at least people can see. Or more, I can see. At least then I'll be able to see what I'm doing, so I can get up and down quite easily. That would be nice. Right, take output of that and make a wooden rod. We'll make 2, just to make sure we can see as best as possible. So if we go down here, so we're gonna place in a classic lamp, I think. We're gonna place it there. And then we'll place one here. So if we place one by the bottom and then by this point where we change slightly. Again, it's floating a bit, which I didn't realise because I was trying to build it when it was dark. So if we go back to flooring. Shall we, now that we can see, shall we build the floor how it should be? And then we'll put the light where it would make more sense to be. Right. So if we put the lamp there, because then it helps people be able to see, which is good. And then I'm going to use this as a thing. Where's the border to our area? There. I think. Oh, hang on, that's weird. That's actually quite strange. Okay, so quite weirdly, there is actually only so far height-wise your village can be. That I didn't realise. Let me destroy this because we're going to need to take it out further. I need to grab some more wood as well. Let's go grab some more wood and make another kind of simple dock. But this time I want to do it maybe a little bit further away to allow me to build off of the dock. So if we do that, and then we can go down here. We need to be down here then. So if I say I want to do another dock, but I want to build it like, I want that height but a bit further out. That's what we're thinking. So we might need to do some foundations temporarily to make it work, because if we're down here, because I'm guessing can we move that? No. So let's go to foundations. place these like that. Ow. There's something shooting me, which I'm going to deal with in a second. Right. You. Oops. Right, okay. So if we do that like that, and then if we were to go and try and build another simple dock. Could we... I mean, it needs a supporting piece, which is the issue. Because it won't just kind of sit off of that. Okay. So it will sit off it at, like, that angle. But not on that angle. Right, let's have a look at it from the top. See if we can figure out what's going on with that. If you are looking forward to seeing me continue this kind of challenge of building on this way of how we're doing it, make sure you do subscribe to the channel so you can see every little bit of how this goes. We don't want that. We need it sideways, which means it's going to need a supporting piece, which means I'm trying to think how we make this work. Because if we can't place it off this, well, let's hang on. Because you could build it like that. So if we place more granite foundations going outward, if we could go one further, and then do the simple dock off of this one, see, I'd maybe want it that level. Okay. I think this will work. Hello, Mystic Moon. Thank you for your message in chat. Wonderful to have you here. Are you enjoying watching the build? Right. So let's place this here. Hello to everyone that is that has joined the stream. Hope you are enjoying what you are seeing. So right, if we do that, because then we can place houses along here eventually, and then we can go and place 2 of those off that before then maybe doing another simple dock. Can we go maybe lower? Like that. So let's do this again. We're going to need more planks and more wood. So let's go and get more wood and more that. Are you regretting building this high? Kind of, yeah. It brings with its challenges. I'm going to say it brings with it its challenges. But it's enjoyable. It is enjoyable to build in weird ways, I think. I think, you know, it has its joys building weirdly. And building in less than ideal circumstances. It has its entertainment. You know, I am enjoying it, but it's just not very quick and easy to do, because we've got to make sure we have beds and spaces for beds for all the characters that could live there. Never mind, obviously, everything you actually need in a village. But we've got the stabilities in place now. So if we go down here, like the stability of how we can build is in place. So it's quite good, I think. We just need some more wood and planks. So let's make some planks. Because I'm well aware we've not got any. And I've just gone and built another simple dock. So let's grab some planks. We need 5. And then we can go on to this dock to go down to the next dock. And there we go. So we can do this. That's where we need the plank railings. So let's go up here. And we can fall down apparently. Let's go up here. We should probably stop running. Like, don't run on the stairs. Especially when your stairs are as precarious as that. Don't run. It's much safer not running. Why have I gone to there? I need up here. I need to be up here. Right. Take output. There we go. So, if we're going to this one, I'm thinking we should have built this the other way. And then we need stairs going down here then. So if we then have the stairs going down there, and then can we just continue them down? Okay, there we go. That works. We can get up and down now from the ground level, which is perfect. And we have space for homes. So what we can do is, the idea will be that, assuming I've built this right, which I haven't, so we will have to offset these foundations slightly. Yeah, it's fine. They're slightly offset just because I messed up my calculation. And then they're going to obviously connect there. So it connects onto the mainland as well, which is what we need. Okay, it won't connect there, so we'll just do... it's because of that, okay. We can mine that, I think. Yeah, we can mine that, and then can we place the big foundation in? We can. And then, did I... I've not got any free stuff, okay. So, the idea is with all these platforms, we can make houses here. And then we can go down and make houses here, maybe. Though I need to, once again, collect some granite to do any testing on if this is going to work. And if it doesn't work, we're going to find a way to make it work, because we've already done too much infrastructure for this to not work. We will make this work one way or another. Because we've now done too much infrastructure for it to mess up, so it has to work. Though if you are planning on playing this game, or if any of you are playing this game, don't build on one of these platforms. It's not a good idea. You will have a much better time if you don't be silly. So I also realise I've not left myself much room to do the other things. Right. I'm just gonna try and connect these railings up. There we go. That'll do. Just so that that's safe. And then if we were to go with foundations, can we place a foundation off of this? We can. Can we go down a bit? So we could do one there. If we were to do that, is that now completely reliant on that? No. Perfect. So then if we were to put one underneath. Okay, if we do that, it is all a bit floating. We will deal with that at some point. Okay, there we go. So we just need to put a rustic flooring in, I think. If we put rustic flooring in, like, here. It's a bit weird, but it works for the design. Okay, I was just counting to make sure I didn't go onto the foundation. So that's fine. Because what that means is we can turn these into mini houses. Because that's the main bit, is making sure we can turn everything into a house. Every little space that we have is meant to be a house. So we've got a big space here for building houses. We've got a big space that we've given ourselves there. And in fact, this I could live here. I could do like a big manor house on here. Because I mean, that actually fits. Aside for the family can't go in there because the foundations are there. That actually fits. And then obviously we have this all down here. And down here is not part of our village. So on the ground level is not part of the village. The village starts, even actually officially, the village starts a bit higher up, I think. Yes, the village starts when you get up onto these stairs. The village actually starts. Because this is the very bottom of where we're allowed to be. Oops. But that's fine. I'm also going to remove that plank railing. Because we don't need plank railings on both sides. Because one side of it's going to have housing. There we go. So we just want to do that, making sure that we have that all in place. And then we could do just that. There we go. That makes that safe. So what we will do in the next stream then is we will build some of these houses, some houses here for the different characters, making this also link up. So if we were to put another foundation there, and then essentially the idea would be that the wall can go like there. Well, if the wall goes there, is that... That to me looks like it's only on one block here. Yeah, see that's... Hang on. Can we place a wall off of the side of a building? We can. So if we were to do that and then do that, because that then will mean that everything's still even. Everything would still be even. We could do a double thick wall to make the houses work. Or a triple thick wall. So it'd have to be a triple wall along this side. But it only has to be here. So essentially what we'd do is that there. And then that there. If we get rid of this wall. And then you'd maybe have a wall there and a wall down here. Oh. Hang on, the floor's going in the way. I think the floor's going in the way anyway. Let's have a look. There we go. Might just have to do a really careful thing with that. Though, if we put a door in, we might be okay because that will look mostly be walls anyway. So then we'd do that, and then we just need... that would have to go like that. And then that would have to go like that. Ah. And now that we've done that, I can see where the wall's meant to go. Which is there. I think. No, I've still placed that in wrong. I think that's because... Yeah, my foundations are... I think... Hang on, no. I was building off the side of the foundation. See, that's where we were going wrong. We're meant to do that. And then we can do that. And then the floor should be able to stay in place. If we can go in. I think that's definitely the wrong floor. That is definitely the wrong floor, but it's fine. So, yeah, that's the plan of how we do it. And then I was just place another castle wall on top. And try and make it balance out, because the heights are a bit weird, but we will see what we can do. We will balance it out. We will make it work in the next stream. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next stream. Goodbye.